Rollie Krewson, class of 1970. You're at Denison. You found a passion for theater, not sociology, not social work. So take us from there. Were you in the theater at Denison?
I was. I was usually backstage. I did a lot of scenic design and props, costumes, but I took a puppetry course that was offered by the then head of construction for theater. And he didn't really know much about what he was doing. He just sort of handed us a book and went, have at it. So we ended up, all of us, doing a lot of stuff that we probably wouldn't have done because we had to do it ourselves. So we did, I did a production of Sword in the Stone. I wrote it, I directed it, I built puppets for it. We did the whole scenery. It was on the main stage, so we made a whole castle set.
Oh my gosh.
And the drawbridge opened up, and these were marionettes. So the marionettes, you could see through the drawbridge onto the, and it was sort of magical, and that's what got me to Muppets, because I went, Denison offered a program where you could internship in New York with various producers and in television, and I ended up being an intern for the Jim Henson Company, and that's how I got there, because I'd done these, silly marionettes.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
What a story. And you did it soup to nuts. That was your Sword in the Stone. You wrote it. You built this. Yeah.
Yeah. The
Amazing.
whole thing.
And even controlling a marionette, that's not like for the faint of heart.
No, and we taught ourselves. We didn't know what we were doing.
That's crazy.
When I was at Muppets for a while, one of the man who was in charge of the mechanisms for the puppets, eye blinks and rowing boats and doing all sorts of stuff like that, he had worked for Bill Baird, who is pretty famous in the puppetry world, but he usually did marionettes. And so Foz taught us how to do marionettes. And it was like, oh, this is how you really do it. Oh, well, we were making it up.
So were you really artistic your whole life? Like when you were in Bay, at Bay High, was art one of your passions, one of your things?
Interestingly enough, it wasn't. I liked art classes, but I really was drawn to the theater at that point.
Interesting.
So that was my main, I was creative, but I guess it was more toward, scenery and props and costumes.
Right. But you had to have that vision. You had to have that ability to see that. That's because putting that all together is huge, right? And that's just amazing. So how big was Jim Henson Productions? Was it even called that when you interned there?
It was Henson Associates.
Okay.
And they had just started working on Sesame Street the year before I graduated. So that started in 1969. So I was there for the second year of Sesame Street.
Wow.
And that was when I got my first Emmy. It was either 72 or 73.
Right out of school.
Right out of school. Well, people were really nice. My colleagues decided that because I had, worked on Sesame Street for, 6 months. At that point, Sesame Street taped for like 6 months out of the year.
Yeah.
And I had worked an entire 6 months on it. They put my name up, and we happened to win. So
Unbelievable.
I got an Emmy.
Right away. Yeah. You're 23 years old.
Right.
You've got an
How
Emmy.
did I do that?
Pretty amazing. All right, we're going to pick up.